Okay. Just going live. All right. We'll see what happens. I guess we're kind of buffing a little bit tonight, aren't we? Yeah. Baseball season's coming around the corner again. And this time, if we don't know if we're playing or not, yes. Uh, our local baseball team, which is not the Cubs, come on. We do have a minor league system here in town. I don't know if you see it right there. If you look at it really closely, it's called the Clinton Lumber Kings. That's our minor league team. We have now we're not with the Major League Developmental Program no more. That means we lost our charter membership of the Midwest League Baseball. If anybody who is a subscriber to our channel through this, we have documented many of our baseball games through this channel. So please go to the channel, check out our baseball videos. You can find them in a popular upload list, and probably check the playlist up to 2019, up to September of 2019. We will have at least 1 or 2 baseball games per month during that time period. But it's been a popular videos for out of town baseball fans, and especially for people out east. We have a couple of subscribers on that channel that likes our baseball vlogs, basically. So what has changed? Okay, what has changed is this. Recently, since 2019, Major League Baseball had announced that they're going to cut 40 to 42 teams. They end up cutting 42 teams with the system. And a lot of them took there was a lot of hits that took what was expected. We were expected to be one of those teams. We did not want to be one of those teams, but we were one of those teams to be cut from the developmental baseball agreement program under contract with Major League Baseball. Our last affiliation ever is with the Florida Marlins as for one season, because our 2020 season got canceled due to the COVID, basically. So I know there's a lot of people is live right now talking. They're doing the usual stuff. That's okay. I got no issues with them. I just had to come on, put my say on here. At least with YouTube, you can re-watch the video in case you miss it. Basically, this is my passion. It's always been minor league baseball. Reason I'm going to miss developmental baseball for one reason and one reason only is to watch develop players that's been drafted by the major leagues, and they get assigned to minor league towns that was part of the affiliating system. So basically, i.e., our last affiliate here in town was the Florida Marlins. So we get all their players from rookie ball to AAA, but mostly assigned to low A baseball assignment. That's their baseball assignment. These are the drafted players that they are willing to develop, and players are what they call filler spots. This is what they're planning to cut the rock. This is how they're going to plan to save it. It's their way they want to plan to save money is get rid of those filler spots. So they only focus on drafted players only. They draft major leagues will draft a lot of players out of high school and college. So they basically they'll draft all those players and they give them their minor league assignments or major league assignments. If they're good enough to play in the major leagues, they'll play in the major leagues right now. But if they need to be seasoned a little bit or learn how to pitch a ball or how to catch a ball. Oh, by the way, this is autograph. I forgot who autographed this. If anybody recognizes the autograph, please leave it in the comments down below. Probably got it upside down. I don't know. But it's the last official baseball I got from the Midwest League. Basically, it was a foul ball I got from inside the stadium. I was one of them. I get him like a dime a dozen. No big deal. Not like some major league fan gets a foul ball. They go, woo! and they end up dropping the ball to some other kid, something like that. That's how they do it. But like I said, foul balls, no big deal. We get them like dime a dozen, and we still get them dime a dozen because we'll be switching leagues. But opportunities for foul balls diminishes bigly. I'll talk about that in a little bit here. Oh, by the way, they will still be selling beer down there. I'll explain that in some form in this video, I hope. I just had to take a quick sip there, basically. All right. Right now, basically, comes down to is this. We do have a lot of subscribers that watches our videos for the baseball blogs. And only 2020, we only come up with one baseball theme, which we did the Field of Dreams, basically. That was it. That's the only baseball theme vlog that we did on 2020 of all 2020 was the Field of Dreams up in Dyersville, Iowa, which was great. If anybody has come to Dyersville, Iowa, please attend the Field of Dreams. Check out that movie site because because it can be gone with before you know it. So if you're in Eastern Iowa, forget seeing Angie and Chuck, or forget seeing Chuck. Go up to Dyersville, Iowa, and check out the Field of Dreams. Then you come down and see us, basically. All right. Okay. Like I said, Major Leagues has cut 42 teams from the roster, and three teams of the Midwest League got cut. I think there was more, but I don't know what the official number is. So to this day, but two of the teams, which is us and the Burlington Bees, which is a team downriver from us, will be joining the Prospect League. It's a college wood bat league. They play 60 games in a season, 30 home games, 30 road games. That's it. It starts from late May to very early August, and the season wraps up by August 12th. That includes their playoffs. So their playoff status is like August 5th to August 12th. That's how long the playoffs are going to be. So the playoffs are going to be short and sweet. So I'm thinking divisional series. So basically, divisional series is going to be best 2 out of 3, and league championship be 3 out of 5, if I'm estimating it to be correct. I may be wrong on that one. The minor league system that we were familiar with in the last few years was we played like 140 games, 70 games in the first half, 70 games in the home half. So for the whole season, we played 70 games home, 70 games on the road. That's what we're known to have. Now that is cut drastically. I mean, cut drastically. We lost like 40 home games. We're only playing 30 games, home games this year. So only out of 60 games, we lost close to 80 games across the board to make it 140 games, which is a big cut on our end. But financially, for us, to be better because now it's more, instead of going and attending a game in early April, which we don't, and I've documented on this channel a couple of times how we freeze our fannies off at those home openers. Now the home openers is in late May. Unfortunately, because of my work schedule, I cannot attend opening night. I will attend the third home game of the season, which is basically used to be a Midwest League rival. Currently was a Midwest League rival. Now in the same league as us at the same time, the Burlington Bees, which I'm looking to vlog for that. I'm also planning to vlog a July game, July 7th. That's versus Cape Girardeau, Missouri. Another YouTube channel is known to be down there. It's called the Mr. David Langley. Check out his YouTube channel if you can. I probably won't have time to put a link up on that one. So just kind of the Mr. David Langley, and you should be able to find his channel there. And he does videos along the Mississippi River and all that stuff, and around town and other stuff too. So check out that channel too if you can. basically. And I kind of pop a Facebook message say, hey, my baseball team is going to be playing your baseball team. How about that? He gives me a big thumbs up on that one. He was surprised. He was, holy moly. Like Harry Carey would say, holy cow. For that. So, all right. The changes can be good and bad. The bad changes is we're not going to be able to see drafted players no more. We're not going to have. We're not going to really going to have first round draft picks living across the hall from us anymore. Uh, those days are gone. Yes, we did have number one draft pick used to live right across the hall from us back in 2016 and all that good stuff. Would they be still there? I don't know. Basically, how you doing? 167 Scott, how you doing? Yeah, holy cow! Thank you very much. Uh, yeah, minor league baseball has been my passion for since 1972. Through the Midwest League, and Clinton Lumber Kings used to be the charter was the last charter member of the league, and of course things changed when the Major League had announced their cutting 42 teams, which our ball club is one of them. Now, the biggest surprise of in the Midwest League was we thought the Beloit Snappers was going to be cut. We were betting on because we were kind of betting on it. Unfortunately, lucky for them, they got a brand new stadium. So their developmental contract with Major League Baseball was saved because they had a brand spanking new stadium that's scheduled to be open technically this season. That's why they got saved for right now, basically. But the surprise cut was the Kane County Cougars, which is a Chicago suburb. I was surprised they got cut from that. Got cut. Actually, to tell you the truth, the Cubs and White Sox was not keen of having a developmental baseball in the Chicago suburbs. They wanted the more outside the market, basically. So now, basically, after 30 seasons in the Midwest League for the Kane County Cougars, they're now playing. Now we'll be playing in American Association League, which is a form of another independent baseball under the umbrella of MLB, because MLB will go in if they got injured players and they need players now. They'll go in and buy out their contracts, and up they go. For us, we are a college wood bat. The prospect league that we are playing in is an NCAA protected type league. Major Leagues does have interest in this league because they will look at players, they will scout players for potential future draft picks. And of course, draft is always happens around June, usually happens around June. So most of these players will not be able to make that draft, but if they do make that draft, they'll become major league players at the end of July when they become eligible for a major league. So if they get drafted, they go right to major league assignments. What are the major league assigns where they want to get more developed, basically. What a wood bat league, a prospect league, being a collegiate wood bat league is it's letting college players play with a wood baseball bat and learn how to swing a wood baseball bat properly. If anybody knows the story with Yogi Berra and why he breaks his wood bat was he never held his bat correctly. And the manufacturer told him, this is a true story, the manufacturer of was the wood bat at the time. The major manufacturer of wood baseball bats was Louisville Slugger. Louisville Slugger representatives was telling Yogi Berra to tell him how to hold the bat with the letters and the writing upward. So he's looking at it. And he told him in Yogi Berra fashion is, I'm not going up to home plate to read. I'm going up to bat. But I always tell them how they properly hold the bat, how to swing properly the bat without breaking the bat. Now, bats do break. If like I said, the game of baseball is a matter like football, matter of inches. A fair ball, and a foul ball and a home run ball is just a matter of inches, basically. So even if you swing a wood bat, if you just, let's say, you twist the bat at the wrong time and the ball just hits the wrong spot on the bat, that bat will shatter. So basically, that's how they want to learn the college players how to swing a wood bat so it doesn't break. But it will break if the batter knows how to jam the hitter. By jamming the hitter is mainly throwing the ball at a high rate of speed, so it's inside. It's like an inside pitch of the batter's swing. Doesn't matter if it's a right-handed batter or a left-handed batter. It's how jamming the batter. If they swing it wrong, the bat will break. And everybody knows the percentage of baseball is this: anytime a ball is hit and it's jammed, it's either a fly out or a force out at first base, and it's usually at around 65% of the time where the batter is out after they break the bat after hitting the ball, because it's even the defenseman has to worry about a broken bat flying at them, but they're trying to focus on the ball. Plus, if they avoid the bat at the same time, they can get the ball. Either they catch it on the fly, or they can just catch it on get it on the bounce and throw it to first base in time because right now the bat is really complex why the bat broke, basically. And that's where these college players will learn how to swing the bat. And I was told by baseball insiders that we've known in the past and former developmental players that used to play in town. They said they look at right now. They said the Prospect League, it will be a fun league to watch. It will be entertaining baseball, even if it will be short and sweet. Only 60 games in the season, 30 home, 30 away. Not like minor league baseball where we used to have 70 home, 70 away, and we're not freezing our butts off in early April. Which that's probably one thing I will miss, but not miss dearly. I like the longer season in that. So, like I said, if anybody who has me on my personal Facebook page, I put the schedule there. The schedule is also available through the Prospect League, through some markets that is available. So feel free to check it out. If you have baseball that's been cut by your team and playing in a different league, tell us your experience either in the side chat or in the comments down below. What you're expecting, what it's going to be, because right now, if I remember correctly, 167 Scott, if you're still watching, you're a Chattanooga Lookout fan. Hey, if you're still with me, Scott, 167 Scott, if you're still with me, please type in yes on the side chat. If you're still with me right now, I gotta show you something here. I just found it today. Where's something okay? We have a full schedule. Okay, you're from the Chattanooga area, right? Does this look familiar? I'm asking somebody online, Angie. Angie's in bed. Yep, this is what we got from 2010 on our baseball trip. This is before we even had a YouTube channel. But that is from the Chattanooga Lookouts. And that's what we got. That's our Souvenir Cup. Actually, we were comped that game by the manager at the time, who's now managing a baseball team in South Korea. Basically, I think it's Carlos Abreu. Carlos Abreu, basically. Yeah, I wish we knew each other back then, but yeah, we were there in if I remember right, I think we were there in I think we was in there late July, late July of 2010, and we did not have a YouTube channel then. We had Angie's channel back then, but we didn't have our channel back then. Now I wish we did. In that. Oh man, I would have loved it, basically. But yeah, that was our last stop of our 7-day road trip, which basically we started from here in town to St. Louis, Missouri to catch the but yeah, we went to St. Louis, Missouri to catch the Milwaukee Brewers and the St. Louis Cardinals. Then we went to Oklahoma City. That game ended up being rained out. We did get refunded the money on our debit card because we didn't pay cash. We paid our debit card. They just refunded our money minus the service fees. I thought the service fees was good enough to enter the stadium. I like the stadium down there. I want to go back down there to Oklahoma City again to attack. To It's the atmosphere down there for AAA baseball is just unmatched, almost just as good as Major League ballpark atmosphere around some of the Major League ballparks, especially like Wrigley Field in Chicago and all that stuff. Then we went to Arlington in 20. This is all back in 2010. We went to Arlington to catch the Rangers in the old stadium, Arlington's ballpark at Arlington. Before that, we toured Cowboy Stadium, what's now called AT&T Stadium, and we went to another minor league game in Fresno, Texas. No, Frisco, Texas. Frisco, Texas, and it was called the Frisco Sounds. I think it was. Rough Riders. Okay, Angie just corrected me in the bedroom. Rough Riders. Frisco's Rough Riders at the time, and they were like a double A to the Texas Rangers at the time. That was a good stadium to go to. It reminds me of Cape Cod. It had a Cape Cod feel with the clubhouses, the press boxes, the suites, and all that stuff. It reminds me of it has a Cape Cod feel to it. Then we went to Houston to the Minute Maid Ballpark. That's when Houston used to be in the National League. Now they're in the American League. Back when they were National League, they draw on nobody. Now they're in the American League. At least they're drawing somebody now. We was able to spend the night with Angie's cousin. Then after that, we went from there to Chattanooga for the Lookouts. We arrived late. We would count those tickets anyway. So we were late. Traffic, construction was a nightmare between Houston and Chattanooga. Basically, that was a nightmare for us. Then on the way home, we just got home just in time to catch the Lumber Kings. Basically, so that was it. That was a good 7-day, 6-game, 7-day road trip. That was a nice vacation we took back in 2010. Would I do that again? Possible. I don't know. We'll see what happens when our schedule comes around. I'll be announcing our vacation trip eventually soon on this channel, possibly. And that. So I wonder how many cold ones somebody else is having on their live show. I know someone stopped drinking on their channel, claimed to stop drinking on their channel, but I don't know. I don't watch that channel no more. I just hadn't caught the title and all that stuff. Yeah, he stopped drinking his malt liquor or something like that. I don't know. I had to deal with somebody who was hammered today on the bus. I mean, hammered. That's another issue. Another video was another day. And that's all. Like I said, it's a short, sweet season for us. For the ones in the Prospect League. The ones who are in the American Association, they'll play 100 games even, which is 40 games shorter. And that. A bad road trip? Bergs is a trip. Yeah, Bergs is a trip. Also a bad trip. Yeah. that. But I would say the trip in 2010 was pretty good. Better than I thought. Except one game being canceled, but we got refunded the money, which is good. We at least got out of town. Wish we had our YouTube channel, our main channel at the time, which it was good, would have been great. Basically, because we didn't come up on our main channel until about 5 years later in 2015. We make some good videos there. We are planning something big this summer on the channel, so stay tuned over there. Please stay subscribed over there as much as possible because we are going to have something big this summer, and I'm really, really looking forward to it. And I'm hoping if things goes right in California, the trip will be on. I think it's gonna be on regardless, regardless of what California governor does. He can he can probably bite my ass. He can probably kiss my ass if he wants to. Bow down and kiss my butt if he wants to. When I arrive in California, because I will have my pants down. He's going to kiss it because I will not be spending my money there. No way. If he has stuff clothes, if he has stuff clothes, they ain't going to spend my money there. And I got a lot of money. I'll be going. And I got a lot of money at stake. Going to be spending a lot of money in California. We're probably going to spend at least, probably at least $3 to $4 grand in California at least, maybe if that, which is really, really, that's really overspending. I'll tell you that right now. That's really overspending. But I'll have but that's what I'm budgeting right now for hotels, car rental, and food and all that stuff. So that's what we're estimating to have to spend in the California area. So that'd be another issue. Angie is talking through the walls here tonight. Mugshot right there. Best mugshot in YouTube right now on our main channel is that one right there. The best mugshot in that. So, all right. Yeah, I thought I'd just come on. Just kind of felt my passion. I've always enjoyed minor league baseball. Watch all the draft players, got the players and that. As long as you have fun, Chuck, it's all well worth it. Yep, always worth it. It's always have fun, and it's always fun when you share your experiences out there on YouTube. Because one thing I like about watching YouTube, real quick, is this: whenever I watch YouTube, doesn't matter who's making the video, doesn't matter who makes the video, doesn't matter if it be the biggest e-bagger online or probably the most idiotic creator on there. If there's something on those videos that I enjoy, I said, you know what? I know this guy's an e-bagger, but he really likes going at that place. I'm going to try out that place one of these days. And you know what? I did something similar to that. Actually, believe it or not, if you ever watched Elvis Travels on YouTube before he got terminated. Okay. He was always big on Middle Eastern food. The shawarma sandwiches, shawarma plates, and all that stuff. I'll admit it. I tried it. I said I had seen many people has already knocked that food without even trying it. I actually tried it. And you know what got me? I got the most uncut girth on YouTube right now. I know. Actually, what happened was it filled me up really nicely. So I didn't bother to eat dinner that night, both Angie and I. And that was documented on our vacation videos of 2019. Check out when we did the Chicago walk around, basically going around Chicago. It's one of our, it's not our live show. It was one of our edited videos because I did the live show after we had that lunch, basically. It was up there in Wrigley Field. It's called Zammy Zams. It was a Middle Eastern food. I saw this on Rosie O'Kelly's and Elbow's channel, but Rosie O'Kelly's had it more clear on her channel than Elbow did. Elbow was more blurry, out of focus and all that stuff, like a bad cell phone let's like a cell phone had a bad day. Rosie was more clear, and I said, we got to try it. At least we tried it. We did enjoy the food, basically. That was it. That was south of Wrigley Field. That was about south of Wrigley Field. And I love to go to Wrigley Field. And then I go to Chicago. I like to go walk around Wrigley Field. I always enjoy walking around Wrigley Field. Gotta enjoy that Wrigley Field atmosphere, basically. Yeah. But yeah, passion for me for it's always been minor league baseball because to me, it's for the minor leagues that we used to know. I'm going to say this: used to know. I'm out, Chuck. I'm always enjoying your Angie's videos. Thank you very much. We'll catch you some other time. You can catch the tail end of this video. Catch the tail end of this video when you get time, okay? As I'm going to explain more stuff, why I like minor league baseball. All right, basically just about the autographs and draft players and autographs. Okay, so just go back around the 30-minute mark. You can watch it again. Okay, I'll see you. Have a good night, Scott. Thank you for joining in. All right. Until he comes back on a later time, basically is what I like about minor league baseball is the ability to get drafted players autographs. Either through the baseball cards on the contract baseball cards or the team card sets or the previous league card sets. We always buy whatever we can. We always buy the previous team's card sets, whatever we can afford it. We buy those card sets, and when those players come around, and we get them to sign their cards. Also, we have what we call a team ball. This is one of those foul balls we caught. So we get a brand new ball from the season prior, and we try to find the best ball possible, and we get what we call a team ball signed by the managers, coaches, and all the players on that particular ball. If we run out of a room or they make a lot of roster changes, then we get a second ball. Basically, sometimes we go through two baseballs. But the real heart of team baseball will be the players that started out the season till mid-season, as long as there's space on the ball. Then we start a second baseball, and we get autographs on that, basically, and just continue. Sometimes we use no more than two baseballs at one time. So we put those away. Another thing we're going to miss out on because of developmental baseball is we're going to miss a potential father and son baseball signings. What I mean by father and son is a father, a former major league star who has a kid playing minor league baseball, basically. So the most notable ones that we got, I'll mention two right now, was Wally Backman and Wally Backman Jr. Then there was Chet Lemon and Marcus Lemon, father and son. I'm going to name a third one. There's also the one is Gary Matthews Sr., the Sarge, and Gary Matthews Jr. We got those. Now, the oddball of all oddballs was we got Stan the Lariat Hansen, former professional wrestler, who has his youngest son played for the Lumber Kings, Saber Hansen. So we got a ex-professional wrestler autograph on a baseball, believe it or not on a championship belt. Maybe on a autograph photo I printed here. Maybe on a photo I printed here and run it down to have him sign it real quick. And his son playing professional baseball. And Stan Lariat Hansen is supposed to be the biggest, nastiest professional wrestlers in the history of professional wrestling. Was probably one of the sweetest, nicest guys you ever talked to. And yes, he did admit by breaking Bruno's neck, he was too green for that match. He even admitted that to us. He admitted to us as a question. Because I said, we know all this kayfabe and all this BS and all that stuff. I said, what was your main reason why you broke Bruno's neck at the Garden? Were you just too young for the business at the time? He goes, technically, yes, he was too young for the business. But he said Bruno wanted an opponent. He said he was big enough and he would do it too. So, and actually, we have our pictures. Angie has a picture taken on her Facebook page. On her Facebook page. I don't think I have mine. I thought I did, but maybe I don't. I don't know. I know Angie definitely has hers. Her and Stanler Hansen at our ball game a few years ago. It was great. Uh, one of the greatest oddballs in story history. Basically, that was good to have in that. So yeah, only person on YouTube knows how to control his beverages. Supposedly. Okay, I think we're just gonna wrap this up. I just don't want to make this too long. I gotta watch other videos. I want to watch a live show later on another channel. So I thought I'd just give you my 2 cents. Uh, Minor League Baseball in our backyard will be changed. We don't start our baseball season now until May 27th, and it runs till the last game will be a road game. It'll be on August 3rd. Playoffs is if we make playoffs. If we do make playoffs, playoffs are from August 5th to August 12th, and we're playing whole new teams. Some of used to be Midwest League teams. One was Springfield, Illinois, Danville, Illinois, and I think Quincy, Illinois. Quincy used to be in the Midwest League in the early days of the Midwest League baseball. So you'd be surprised how many of those teams used to play in Midwest League baseball early in the early days. And some of the stadiums I seen in photographs, believe it or not, the Lumber Kings will have the fourth biggest stadium in the Prospect League. The fourth biggest stadium in capacity, which is pretty good. That is pretty good. The biggest one goes to Johnstown, Pennsylvania, which I was surprised that used to be a developmental baseball team. And another big surprise was West Virginia Miners, that was another good minor league market at one time that the major league has cut. So basically, those teams were cut, and now they're in the Prospect League, same league as us. So if we're playing with them, as of right now, not yet, because they're not officially on the schedule. We'll probably play them later, probably the following year, as they figure out how they're going to do the schedule. Because this schedule was kind of put in at the last minute, so they will be playing more within our own division more than versus the Eastern teams, and to figure out mathematically how they're going to do it. After next year when they redo the schedules, if they have the same teams back the following year, because now the teams are going to be operating year to year to year, basically. Because the more butts they put in the seats, the more money they make, the more they stay surviving. And since our capacity is at 5,500 is our listed capacity at our local ballpark for seats and standing room only, it's listed at 55. I've seen as many as just under 7,000 in that ballpark. And that was back in 2009 when the stadium was just after its renovation. They had one of the biggest crowds, almost 7,000 fans. I think it was registered at 6,500. So we was like 1,000 over capacity, which was good. Standing room only, jam packed. That's why I love it. Big crowd, big atmosphere. Too bad we lost that game at the time. Yeah, so, oh well, things happen. But yeah, we'll be I just looked at it. I think we are going to be the fourth biggest stadium in the league, which is be good. Average draw should be about the same, but we got to do it in less states, basically. I told my Facebook friends, if anybody who's a local subscriber knows me locally, please attend these games. If you're living in a market that has the Prospect League, please attend these games. If you have a minor league system that's still playing, please still support your minor league ballpark, minor league games. Because because that is the future of Major League Baseball in some form or another, including the Prospect League. Only 190 players from the Prospect League has tasted Major League success of one form or another. Even if they only played one game, they still made the major leagues. That's the main idea. All right. We are out of here. We're past 40-minute mark. I'm tired. I got to go watch some other YouTube videos. I'm thinking about going to bed a little early. Please like, share, subscribe, don't forget to subscribe on the notification bell. And we'll see you next time. Whenever we decided to do a rant. I don't know. I just had to come on and say something about minor league baseball and the changes. Bye.